Hey everybody, it's BATJAC JW coming back to you, and a little bit of a radio style video here for you. Those of you that may not know about this style of a video, may not be your cup of tea, but anyway, this is where we just kind of sit and chat and talk about stuff. And we used to do this some time ago, but life happens and you get behind on things and just not enough time to jump on board and get these things squared away. But anyway, we usually get out of some things to talk about, and of course jump on and read some comments here. So I'm going to go ahead and read some comments from the latest video on the channel, and that latest video would be a shorts, the black powder revolver shorts, and I kind of paid a little homage to some of my favorite westerns with the Clint Eastwood and stuff. So all right, first one up here, the Wild Snapper. He says, very nice new model Army. I recently sold my original. I had from, it looks like he had an 1864 model, an original, but still, he still have a Pieta that I nickel plated at home. That's pretty cool. I love your channel, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we keep this going for the folks that want to watch this stuff, that want to tune in. And I know that everybody that actually watches the radio shows and stuff like this that I do, I know you truly like the channel if you're willing to sit here through this. So all right, and my brother Gun Enthusiast, man, I miss you, and I still watch your latest videos with your pups growing up, man. And man, I do miss your other videos, but I understand, man. Life does happen and life carries on. But the Gun Enthusiast has been a subscriber of mine for a long time. And he says, hell yeah, brother. Are you a bounty hunter? Man's got to do something for a living these days. Dying ain't much of a living. KSFWG. Why do I have an urge to watch the movie The Left-Handed Gun? Wayne Smith. Great. Now I have to drag mine out and shoot it. Yes, shoot it. Jerry Johnson, Revolver Time, and drinking buddy, Goals, and Brian on the Go, Clint Eastwood, Revolver, Western Revolver, yeah, all right, yeah, that is actually the revolver that he uses in Pale Rider. So, but anyway, so we wanted to talk today. I want to talk about the automatic pistol. That my favorite semi-auto pistol, without a shadow of a doubt, is the 1911. And that's what I definitely choose and I like. And just to start off, without any further ado, the old Colt. The Colt 1911 45 is got to be my favorite of all time. Without any question, this is it right here. I love the 45, always will. It's definitely my favorite. But I have recently kind of changed around a little bit, and I've mostly been gravitating towards a 9mm 1911. I know some people that's really blasphemous. That's not the way to go at all. And I was like that for a while. I did not want, I just wanted not. I wouldn't have dreamed of owning one in 9mm. To just if you would have told me that, I would have said no way. And if you would have told me that maybe 9 years ago, hey BATJAC, you're gonna actually like the 1911 and 9mm, and that's what you're gonna choose, I would have said, yeah, you're full of sheep dip, and that's never gonna happen. Well, it all started with this. It's a Commander model, and it's in 9mm, and I started shooting this a lot, and I really liked it, and I realized just how amazingly soft it is to shoot and how smooth it is to shoot. And so this one here, I started shooting it, and I just started really liking it. Now this is an all steel framed one. This is the 9mm Commander variant, and I tell you, the more I realized, and I wasn't a biggest fan of the Commander model in the 45. It really wasn't. I had one, and I really liked it. I actually sold it to a buddy of mine. He still got it, and it's a really nice gun. It was a Colt, and I just, it has a lot of report on it, a lot of blast for some reason. I just, and I'm not trying to be like a wuss or anything like that, but just to me, it just kind of did. But I still like it. I mean, I still got one somewhere tucked away. I still have a Commander model in 45 Auto. But when I really started to tinker around with this was what totally pushed me to that direction. And a lot of it too wasn't so much that it was the fact that I wanted it in 9. It was the fact that I wanted something different. And as the more and more I started tinkering around with it, it became this one right here. The Springfield Armory Ronin package, Commander variant 9mm. And this one is a lightweight alloy frame. And I've done some modifications to mine that makes mine a little bit different than what you'll probably see. But this is it right here. And as I started to mess around with them, and I watch a lot of obviously Ken Hackathorn, because he's like one of the last godfathers of 1911s, and he very much favors the Commander variant lightweight alloy frame in 9mm. And the more and more I started watching his stuff and him talking about it and having this thing and I shooting this thing, the more I realized, man, this is really the ultimate package. To me, having it in 9 and the Commander variant and in lightweight frame, that's the way to go. I just fell in love with it immediately, because you really have the best of a lot. You got that lightweight frame, and it's in it's in a moderate cartridge. So and of course I don't go blasting plus P's out of the thing every range session or anything like that. But I shoot fairly moderate target loads out of it mostly. When I used to work for a different job that I had to qualify with a firearm, I actually did start using that a lot, and I actually ran, because I had access to basically to shoot all day. I really liked shooting that thing, and I would actually come up with different drills, scenarios, and stuff like that, just playing around with it and shooting it. So I actually ended up with a lot of trigger time on that one. I really like it. And then kind of a recent acquisition would be the Tosas. This is the Tosas 1911 that they got out. It's a GI replica, and I really like that, the GI model 1911. So he's got that. They really did a good job on that gray green finish. They really did a really fantastic job on it. I thought they really did hit that one out of the park. And so, of course, the price point with these are anywhere from like $350 to $400, and I assume they're going up, and they will continue to climb, just because. And I think the quality on them is excellent. And this is really cool because it's that classic GI style, of course, with those itty bitty sights. But and it's a 9mm. I thought that's really cool. I just started kind of getting a little obsessed with stuff. And definitely jumped on with getting that one. So I like it. It kind of became a favorite of mine, so I definitely enjoy taking this one to the range. In fact, you'll see in a recent video, a good buddy of mine, I carry one, actually shooting it, and you can check that out on the channel. All right, and the latest would be, I did some trading, and I ended up with this one. This is a newer one that they got out. It's the Colt Combat Elite. That's what they call it, and it's a two-tone gun. It's a 9, obviously. So, like I said, I've been really favoring them in 9, as you can tell, in case you can't tell. But no, this is the newest for the collection. I love that two-tone. It's a stainless gun that they did I don't know what they call the finish. I keep hearing different terms for the finish, but they blackened the stainless and then hand polished the flats. The flats have been done out, and then you can see the beautiful logo there, which is awesome. That Combat Elite logo. And one of the cool benefits, obviously the serrations are really awesome. The cool benefits is all the lettering and the stamping ended up darkening out too, so it really has that look, and I've always loved that look of that. I saw one of these type of two-tones years ago. It was a Springfield Armory, and I always thought, wow, that was a really sexy pistol. And now I got one, and and of course it's a name brand and everything. So and of course I do like Colt. Colt is to me the grandfather of it all, and they kind of have that iconic status for me. So, but yeah, definitely there you have it. You can see it first. We haven't done a video on it. That's actually its first appearance in any video. So, but I really did. I started off with them, and I've always loved the 45, and I never really tampered around with the 9. And once I did, I kind of realized just how much easier they are to shoot, how much nicer they are to shoot. I really do like them. They're super smooth. But, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I'd have to, I'd have to always stick by the old 45 because I love it. Just that emotional attachment to that thing is just got to be, it's got to be there. And a little bit of something else I wanted to talk about, which I didn't really share in the other video, is these grips here that I did on this. I got the idea from the movie Out for Justice. The movie Out for Justice, I came across a photo of a gun that was supposedly used in the movie with Steven Seagal. And that's when I saw the photo of it, it was this type of color scheme on the grips. So they had that brown with the cocoa brown with the black diamonds. And I said, man, you know, I want to have that. I want to do that. I want that on my gun. That's kind of cool. So I kind of thought about it for a little bit, and then there it is. You know, I decided to make my own, and they are for sale on the eBay page. That is, again, people remember that page is being taken care of through another person that I'm really grateful to have to regulate it and sell them and get them shipped out. I just create the grips and get them to them, and they distribute them and handle all that sections of it. So, which is really awesome to be able to have that being done. But you know, these are kind of what I started doing with these. They have an actual real bone composite mixture. So it's a polyurethane with bone in them, so it gives it more structure and everything. Now with these, I do recommend, if you are somebody that did buy my 1911 grips, remember I hand make these things. I do everything by hand. I hand color them, I hand sand them, and try to do it. So they're not going to be something like a CNC machine would have made. I mean, you're looking at what made them right here. Yeah. So some of them, you know, you might want to add an O-ring to help tighten them up a little bit. You know, I put a little O-ring over the screw and then tighten that down. That might be an option for you. You know, of course, everybody's frame, every 1911 is going to be different in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, just kind of, you know, bear with me. And if you did buy a set, I hope you're happy with them. You know, just remember they're all hand done, so they just they vary from set to set, and the color varies, and no real two are going to be alike. They're all going to have their own little you know, kind of characteristics. And also, if you do purchase one of my skip checker grips, crosshatch grips like this, remember, be careful of the solvents and stuff you use on them. Okay, any kind of gun scrubber and stuff like that, it's going to take the lacquering right off of these things. So be careful. Take those off before you go taking off and spraying gun scrubber all over it, because it will remove the lacquer. Okay? All right. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, and we're talking 1911s and everything. So we'll see you next time on another video, hopefully soon, and we'll see you next.